Happy Principal's Day.
Happy Principal's Day, Mr. Fritz.
Happy Principal's Day, Mr. Fritz.
Happy Principal's Day, Mr. Fritz.
Happy Principal's Day.
Happy Principal's Day. Thank you, Mr. Fritz.
Happy Principal's Day.
Happy Principal's Day.
Thank you for making our school a better place.
Thanks for being a great principal.
Principal's Day, Mr. Fritz.
Happy Principal's Day, Mr. Fritz!
Thank you, Mr. Fritz.
Happy Principal's Day, Mr. Fritz!
Happy Principal's Day.
I appreciate Mr. Fritz because he always says good morning to us in the morning.
Mr. Fritz is cool because he lets me wear my hood when I get a bad haircut.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for everything you've done for the Cascade High School.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for being kind and always saying hi to me and others in the hallway.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for letting us have prom this year.
I appreciate Mr. Fritz because of all the hard work he does, especially after school activities.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for always being here for us and doing your best, even though we're in hard times right now.
Happy Principal's Day.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz. Happy Principal's Day.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz.
Thanks, Mr. Fritz, for always making us smile.
Happy Principal's Day, Mr. Fritz.
Hi, Mr. Fritz. I like you because you say hi to me every morning you pass me.
Thank you for always being so kind to all the students.
Happy Principal's Appreciation Day. I appreciate all you do for our school.
Happy Principal's Day.
Thank you for saying hi in the hallways.
Happy Principal's Day.
Happy Principal's Day, Mr. Fritz. Thank you for greeting us in the hallways.
Mr. Fritz, thank you for taking care of the needs at the school.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for all you do.
We really appreciate that you chose to apply at Cascade High School.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for all you do. Thank you, Mr. Fritz, because you do so much for us.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for being there for me, man.
Principal's Day, Mr. Fritz.
Thank you for running our school.
Thank you for keeping this school safe and fun.
Hi, Mr. Fritz. I just wanted to thank you for helping me out with my passion project and being such a great principal. I really appreciate your time because I know you have a very busy schedule, but your input on my passion project, specifically on the grading portion of it, has been invaluable, and my project is going to be much better because of you. Thank you once again, and hope you have a great day.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for coming to all of our games and supporting us.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for always being a positive person.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for saying hi to me in the morning.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for always being nice to all the students.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for coming to our musical.
Happy Principal's Day.
Mr. Fritz is cool because he is remodeling the school's cafeteria.
Thank you for showing up to our track meets.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for everything you do here at Cascade. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for being so fun.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for being so helpful.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for being open to new ideas.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for everything you do for us and for taking care of us.
Happy Principal's Day, Mr. Fritz.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for being a great principal and helping out during Cougar Pride Day.
Thanks, Mr. Fritz. We appreciate all you do for our school.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for making this year as normal as possible. Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for being such a positive person in our school.
Happy Principal's Day, Mr. Fritz.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for being a great role model for this school.
Thank you, Mr. Fritz.
Thank you for making school fun, Mr. Fritz.
Thank you for always making our days better.
Mr. Fritz is a pretty cool principal because he asks me how I'm doing all the time.
We appreciate that you always take the time and energy to make sure every kid has a smile on their face.
Happy Principal's Day, Mr. Fritz.
Thank you for your hard work throughout this tough year, Mr. Fritz.
Mr. Fritz is so cool because he always has a positive attitude. Thank you for everything you do for me. It's so much I can't even name it all.
Principal Day, Mr. Fritz.
Thank you for always supporting us at all of our events.
Appreciate Mr. Fritz for everything you've done for us the past couple years and for having an open mind to all of us as students. Thank you, Mr. Fritz, for always being so caring towards us and being such a great principal for our school.
Thank you for trying to make CHS and Cascade a better place.